everybody, this is John and welcome to the free video. Let's look at a couple of stocks that are interesting here. So Tesla is interesting. I mean, obviously you've got a weekly squeeze here. It's underway. It's obviously already had a huge move. We're getting a little quiet here. We are a little bit into consolidation mode. However, as we know, Tesla likes to make its big moves. I like the fact that yesterday it sold off hard, but managed to retain that 8 EMA. Today, it started off with some weakness, but again, managed to not only retain that 8 EMA, but closed strong. So that actually bodes well for tomorrow. We'll see. I mean, it depends. You know, Tesla's obviously very news-driven and stuff like that too. But the other thing I like about it is that there is a news squeeze setting up here on a 39-minute chart. Okay, and this could actually trigger at any time. So for Tesla, I do like a little bit more upward movement. And then for Netflix, this is one too where you can see we've got that sideways action. But if we look at a 78-minute chart, we are seeing a squeeze setting up. And on something like this, I'm not looking for like this huge move, but this is perfect for something maybe to the top of this channel. So $632 into early next week. Let me see here when was the last 70? So I mean, this is a perfect example. So you just kind of get there's like a little decent move there, right? So that's one I like. Again, nothing earth-shattering, nothing huge. Or anything like that, but that's kind of what I'm looking at. You can see that the spiders here continue to look great. Boy, they're sure not lighting anybody's pants on fire here. They are just kind of hanging around, kind of quiet. As you guys know, I've been watching the transportation sector here. You can see that it recovered a little bit today, but it still looks fairly bearish. Okay, and we just want to keep an eye on that. And from here, from here then, I just want to kind of take a little bit of a segue. We're going to look at a stock here called Rackspace, and you can see it here. It had a pretty nasty little bit of an earnings thing. But if you guys remember, this used to be a stock that traded as low as $4. It came public at $10, traded at $4, even got a little bit lower than that, and then started to kind of work its way higher. And then eventually this turned out to be a $70 stock. Okay, and at the end of the day, if you can find, there's a couple of different ways to trade stocks, but at the end of the day, like finding these stocks that are $5, $6, $7, but show specific characteristics that could turn into a bigger market cap company. Okay, those offer the most essential rewards, and what I like about this is that in this current market where I think the market's going to continue to get more volatile, I think the market is going to continue to get more uncertain, which is fine for shorter term trades, but it makes it more difficult for longer term trades. Okay, and for longer term trades, we just need to kind of go back to a strategy that I've used for a long time. I used for a long time in the 90s and the 2000s, where you specifically focus on these stocks like that. So I'm going to be doing a free webinar on this. It's a subject that's near and dear to my heart because this is kind of how I cut my teeth trading, and it still continues to be one of my favorite ways to trade. But it's a free webinar. Go to simplerstocks.com/checklist, and it's the 5-step checklist you can use to find the next hedge fund darling. And it's essentially understanding the stocks that are the next great accumulation of hedge funds. Okay, because what happens is you get a stock like at Rackspace, and it's like an $8 stock, and at some point hedge funds realize it's a good buy and they just start pouring into it, and they just buy it and push it up to $70, right? And I mean, you don't have to do the math, but if you buy something at $8 and you can sell it at $70, that's a good thing, right? So I'm just going to that's what I want to talk about. So we're going to talk about how do you find these stocks in today's unpredictable market, the fundamental criteria every stock should meet before you buy, the technical analysis tools that I almost named my first child after, which is actually very true, why the market conditions are perfect for this opportunity right now. So anyway, this is the kind of stuff that to me is just fun to share. First name, email address, and this will take place on Wednesday, May 27th, after the long weekend. All right, you guys have a fantastic rest of the trading day, and we'll see you at the next update.